Still in the spirit of Halloween, today I want to talk about the mask we wear all year round, as well as whether the mask itself is worth having or do we remove it and lose it altogether. Today on Wisdom Wednesday. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Richard, and in the spirit of Halloween, we continue to wear our masks. So today I'm taking mine off. If you didn't see the whole costume, I'll check out our our Tea Time Truth Talk Tuesdays. Still getting used to that title, but it is a great title. And you'll see us in full regalia of our Halloween costume. And on Monday, I did meditation with my favorite shirt that says, "This is my Halloween costume." But in the spirit of Halloween, I wanted to continue a talk on the masks we wear. We talked about the I am and who our true individual self is and how we program ourselves based on what we follow up with the word I am. We've talked about the dark night of the soul, or the darkness that we sometimes see in our lives, even though we know we're taking the right path. But today, let's talk about the masks we wear, because again, the most important person is you, but it's the true you. See, when we look at ourselves in this time, we wear so many masks that sometimes we lose ourselves in there. So before I get started, let's do our homework. So again, subscribe, like, share with other people, hit that bell, remind you when a new video drops. And if you're listening to this on our podcast, again, make sure that you like and subscribe on whatever podcast medium you use. Again, we're on Google Podcast, we're on iTunes, we're on iHeartRadio, Spotify, whatever your favorite is, go ahead and listen to it. It's a great way to listen to in the car or late at night when you don't want to put the videos on. So with that, let's go back to the masks. So who are you today? Now, it sounds like a crazy question. What does that have to do with masks? But it is true. See, as myself, yes, the name I was given at birth was Richard, but Richard has become so much. For a while, he was a student. He then graduated, then became a worker. Depending on the job he was doing, he wore the mask of a entry-level employee to a supervisor to a manager, and then had to repeat the process after a layoff. I'm a dad, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a minister, I'm a home business owner, I am starting a new business, I'm a Reiki master teacher. So all of these things come with some type of belief behind it, so they become masks in our lives. Now, are all masks bad? No. But the preface here is that when you put those masks on, you're doing it with the intention of showing your true self. So when I leave here and go to work and I have to play supervisor or manager or whatever role I'm in at that point, I still want the individual Richard to come out, the person who I've become behind the mask. When I'm a dad, I still have to be the Richard and know that I have a role to play in my children's lives. They may not always like it, but it is a role that I have to play. But the true me has to come out. See, society tries to also put masks on us, and it is truly what influences our teenagers and our children and even adults. You know, they tell you what you should look like, how you should speak, how things are. And you start to put those masks on and don't understand that those masks are actually tearing the true self down, because you're trying to build yourself around the message that's out there. You know, even in the gospel, Jesus talked about, praying. And he said that don't be like the Pharisees and everyone who is praying with the intention of getting attention. And I'm paraphrasing here, but it's the same thing. When we look at the attention that's being gotten on social media, the movies we see, our true nature to find love is influenced by these romance movies, these drama series of what love is supposed to be. When we talk about health, we talk about what health is supposed to be. based on what, we see in the media, what a man is supposed to look like, what a woman is supposed to look like. And when times change and acceptance becomes part of the norm, we find people fighting that because we're challenging their mask. And the mask is beginning to crack. We talk about happiness. What is happiness? We see people mask themselves in clothing, in jewelry, because they want attention. They'll tell you they don't, but they do, because they want to wear the newest stuff. They want to be part of the societal thinking at this point. So yes, it sounds like a lot of lectures, but at the end of the day, what I want to emphasize here is that yes, some masks can be that. Some masks are even used to get attention. I had a mentor years ago who used to tell me that people want the rainbow but don't want the rain, or they want the breakthrough but don't want the breakdown. And the problem with that is that we have lots of people, and I've experienced a lot of people in my lives the same way, that they want the recognition for being part of something or doing something based on the small amount of work they want. So they want the 15 minutes of fame, they want the big glory, but they're only willing to put in a little bit. Now, is that always a bad thing? No, because again, we know the story from one of the stories as well from our scriptures and from our biblical points is of the woman who gives a little bit of what she has based off of the people who are rich and are giving that same little bit. There's a meme that goes around and goes, you're impressed by him because he gave you $20, but he had $100 in his pocket, and looked down on me because I gave you $5 and that was all I had. So when we put these masks on, we need to allow ourselves to go through. So like I said, not all masks are bad. When I have to put my dad mask on, I have to put on my teacher mask, my training manager mask, all these different masks. But the point is, I want people to see the true me come through there. So when I do these videos, it's not about me. It's about who can I touch? Who can I inspire on the other side of this camera? So when I put on my preacher mask, if I'm in front of a church or I'm in front of whatever, it's about who can I inspire? And the word inspire is partly translated into to breathe in, and it's to breathe in knowledge. So what I challenge you today is to start looking at your life. What masks are you putting on, and are they beneficial to you? And if they are, can the true you come through that mask? Or are these masks you're putting on because of a spouse or a boyfriend, girlfriend, or, your friends are telling you these are the masks you need to wear to be accepted? It can, are the masks you're putting on because you feel inferior to yourself, and rather than building yourself up, you're putting on a mask to hide what you think are limitations. And let me tell you, the one thing that I learned is that limitations are not always bad. Limitations allow you to open yourself up to possibilities, because when you spot what you consider limitations, how can you build on it? You're open to build that up. So today on Wisdom Wednesday, in the spirit of Halloween, as I said, I want to talk about those masks. And the question I want to leave you with is, what mask are you wearing today? What mask are you constantly wearing? And is this mask something that was a blessing to you? Or is it a blessing to others? Or is this mask that you're wearing hiding the true self that I want to meet, that I want to see, the person that I want to truly see your light shine, so that I can shine my light back and we both can begin to see the true divine nature that we all are? Love yourself. Always know that. Always strive to be your true self. And as always, I love you. Nothing you can do about it. And I bid you namaste, as the big, beautiful divinity in me sees that big and beautiful divinity with you. And I will see you on the next episode.